Dave, just first, has there been a conversation that you've had with the guys as they prepare for game one of the DS today?
No conversation today. We had a conversation about a week ago when we announced the Campanella Award, and it just sort of happened organically, having the guys in the room and just kind of looking out, appreciating what opportunity we do have and what it's going to take to accomplish our goal. It starts tonight, and you can't win 11 games in one night, so it's about going out there and playing our best baseball tonight to win a game.
We'll go right there on the right.
Hey Dave, if you could just speak to the kind of weirdness of the last couple of weeks, 6 straight against the Rockies and then the layoff.
Certainly different. I think the great thing about our guys is there's certain things that you just can't control. Obviously, the lockout and the late start was the reason for that. Certainly not ideal. We got through it. As far as the days off, it was a reward. I think you can look at it any way. I think we got the most out of the time off. There were some guys that were nicked up. We got them to health. I thought we did a great job. The coaches did a great job of getting the pitching lined up, starters, guys in the pen, position players, some at-bats. And so it was some good banter, but also, most importantly, good focus, and we got a lot out of it. So, last year I thought we were taxed going into the postseason, and rightfully so. But, right now we feel good right where we're at and very prepared.
Far left.
Yeah, Dave, what made Trace the choice in the field tonight?
I just think that with what we've seen from Trace, there's been consistent at-bat quality. I like the outfield defense. Having Joey on the bench potentially, I like that weapon. And with CT, he hasn't logged a lot of at-bats here in the last 3 weeks. So we got about 10 at-bats, something like that, here in the last few days. Definitely going to be viable here in this series, but right now I just feel good with Trace and just the at-bat quality.
So is Chris not available tonight?
Oh, he's available.
Okay.
He's available. He's ready.
And then what made the decision to leave Craig off the postseason roster?
Yeah, it was a tough conversation. It's a person, a player I have so much respect for, and it hasn't been a consistent year for him, and he accepted the role of getting out of the closer's role as a professional, and was hoping and looking forward to an opportunity here in the DS. We just have other guys that we felt have been more consistent and that match up with these guys better, and not to say that it can't change. And my expectation, our expectation, that Craig will be ready. But we wouldn't be here without him. And I can't say enough about the character of Craig Kimbrel, because as a potential Hall of Famer, that's not an easy conversation. And he was very disappointed, and as he should.
Over here, Jack.
What kind of role do you envision for Dustin? Is it only going to be bulk, or can he go and kind of leverage spots out of the pen? How do you think you can use him?
I think I would say I don't see him being viable tonight. That's one thing. But as far as giving away too much, I think that I could sit here and say he's going to be bulk, but if the series takes a different turn and he's the best option at that point in time, we're going to use him. So Dustin's open to whatever we need.
And that's because he pitched Sunday.
Yeah.
And then putting Vargas on over Hanser, kind of how did that decision play out?
That was, Hanser took it like a pro, and Hanser's value to the people that have followed us, it's been amazing what he's done for our ball club on the field, in the clubhouse. And I think the thought behind it is Vargas's hit tool, the bat to ball, and the foot speed. And so with our roster, we've got a lot of coverage, infield-wise, outfield-wise, but to have somebody that can run like him, that the bat to ball to potentially drive in a run, we feel really comfortable with that.
Far left.
Hey Dave, keeping up with the roster decisions, you must be confident then, as well as the front office, that Blake Treinen is healthy enough to go out there and pitch multiple times, I guess, this series, obviously not back-to-back. And if something were to go wrong, is that where Craig would step in, I guess, in that situation?
Yeah, I mean, that's certainly, the hope obviously is that nothing does go wrong, but with Blake, the training staff, we feel very good that that he can go out there and post, and the recovery, he recovered really well. So, I don't see an up-down right now. I don't see a back-to-back, but again, that could all change given how he feels, but it's a really good sign that he feels confident that he can go out there and pitch for us.
And given that he hasn't thrown since September 4th, over a month, would you throw him into a high-leverage situation right away, or you want to give him more of a runway?
I don't know that answer yet. I will say that he's closed a World Series game out. He's a veteran, so I don't think that the moment is going to be too big for him, so I'm not concerned about that. But if it's that particular moment, I can't predict that. But I do know that I feel confident in whatever position he's in.
Over here on the right.
Hey Dave, speaking of the moment, the expectation is that this franchise is playing in October. You've had the build-up, the anticipation. Do you still allow yourself to kind of wake up and relish this moment and get excited?
I'm really excited. I don't show it, but inside I'm thrilled. I really am. I don't do a good job of that because all I'm thinking about is beating Clevenger and the Padres tonight. But when you look back, it's pretty remarkable. And Andrew said it a few weeks ago. It's like, if you can't kind of enjoy these moments, and what are we doing this for? So really, really proud of our entire organization, excited for the fans, but I just want to win tonight.
Dave, just quickly, with Chris Taylor's return, do you see him more playing left field or kind of some more infield, that utility role? How do you see him?
Yeah, I think with CT, it's a combo. It's second base, it's potentially center field, and it's potentially left field.
Okay, way back on the left at right.
Dave, quickly, will Hanser Alberto be allowed on the bench?
He will. Thank goodness he will. So hopefully he's banging the side of his helmet a lot with his fist. That'd be great.
And also, just a year ago, Clayton wasn't available for you guys, and there was a lot of uncertainty going into the offseason about his future. What's it like, seeing him throughout the season, not just pitching well, bouncing back the way he did, and having him available for you guys in October?
I've fortunately had the good fortune of spending a lot of time with Clayton, and maybe not feeling it as much as him and Ellen last year and the injuries that he's had, but I felt it. I felt for him. And so for him to kind of go through the off season and bet on himself and bet on the organization to get back to this point, I'm excited for him. He's just brought so much to our team, to the organization, on the field, but I can go down a list of guys that he's impacted, whether it's by conversations or by actions. So to have one of the best pitchers of our generation, on our ball club, taking them out tomorrow, cement already a great legacy. It's pretty fun. It's great, and I'm enjoying the ride. I'm enjoying that. Getting to kind of tag along with Clayton's journey. That's been fun.
Okay, we'll take two more. Bill in the back.
Dave, a lot of organizations, if they had this kind of uncertainty at closer in October, might be unsettled, whether it was because of how they're going to handle the ninth or maybe the depth they had in front. This isn't the first time you guys have had that in October. Why does that work here where it might not in other places?
I think, I think the simple answer is 1 through 13. I just don't think that teams can compare with the arm talent that we have. And so guys that finished games for us, this year, previous years, we don't have that dedicated closer, but I do think that with the arm talent, the buying from these guys, the culture that they have, it's like they just, well, they're ready to take the ball and take down whatever part of the lineup when called upon. So a lot of good players that are just not afraid of the moment. So I trust them all, Bill. So yeah, it's not kind of the standard or whatever conventional, but I feel confident on whoever we're going to run out there in the ninth inning.
We'll finish up here with Jack on the right.
Dave, you guys were kind of on the other side of this last year, coming to the DS, where you're coming off the wild card, maybe not at full strength with pitching staff-wise. To have Julio going against what is, kind of their number 4 starter, just kind of how important is this first game to take advantage of that opportunity and the fact you guys did get the buy into this round?
It's important. We're obviously facing a team that's coming off a big emotional win against the Mets, and we're very familiar with these guys. So to have, one of our aces take the mound, and Club's gonna go out there and compete and give it all he has. But yeah, when Julio takes the mound, we expect to win. So that doesn't change tonight.
Thanks a lot, Dave.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.